in the highest of the honors. Thank you for your respect and honor for coming out to show support for the families, all my relations.
The community in Vancouver called First United Church was formed 125 years ago. And 125 years ago, a tree in the Haida began its life. A tree that now gives us this totem pole. So we light candles in this building every Wednesday night as a reminder and statement that over those 125 years, the Creator has been shaping our world and the Spirit has been at work in our lives. The flickering, fragile light of those candles seem as delicate as our vulnerable lives, but they declare that in the midst of the dark, it is the light that reveals the life-giving truth. It declares that the light comes in through the cracks and is most vividly seen in the midst of brokenness. It declares that in the spaces between us and in the shadows of our lives, the light of hope, healing, freedom, and justice is found and freed.
At the First United Church, the pulpit and pews have made way for bunk beds in the sanctuary. But as traditional symbols of faith have been removed, new ones are emerging. In that spirit and in the spirit, this pole is being incorporated in the area where the community meets for worship and collective celebration of faith.
While this place accommodates up to 300 people each night, it also remains a church, one that includes significant contributions from people who are Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh, and postmodern atheists. We know that 40% of the community are from First Nations families, and that the building stands on traditional First Nations land.
As you see, the pole is incorporated with banners and other symbols produced by members of the First United Church community as expressions of personal faith. Together, these symbols anchor and focus the sacred space in which we collectively function and worship. Appropriately, therefore, this traditional Haida pole will be called the People's Pole. Together, we as elders and chiefs of the Coast Salish Territory and of the Haida Gwaii Nation and of clergy of First United Church and as members of this community at First United, unveil and erect the People's Pole in a spirit of reconciliation and in recognition of the diversity of the downtown East Side community.
As Bernie has already reminded us, the pole has an eagle at the top to represent the closest messenger to the Creator, or God, and the sky. A killer whale as the largest and most powerful in these waters. The bear for its strength and presence on the land. And finally, the grandmother moon, watching over us all. Its message is, together we are one. Bernie Williams says, the pole is a gift for the homeless people in our community, and also to remember the murdered and missing women. It is also an amazing gift from the First Nations community to First United Church. The bread we eat and the cup we share commits us to action. We are the hands and feet and voice and heart that bring healing, hope, and justice. We are the agents required for our prayers to be answered.